Hello, and welcome to the Revolutionary Marriage Podcast. I'm Dr. Debi, and today we're talking about something many women experience quietly, privately, and often with a sense of profound sadness. It's the feeling of loneliness inside a marriage that is, by all appearances, good. There's no crisis, no betrayal, no constant conflict, just a soft ache, a hollow place, a longing she can't quite name. And she often tells herself, I shouldn't feel this way, but she does. And today we're going to talk about why and what it really means. A woman doesn't feel alone because her husband is bad or neglectful or even unloving. Wives tell me all the time, he's a good man. He works hard. He's committed to our family. He'd do anything for me. And then they whisper the part they're almost afraid to say. So why do I feel so alone? It's not because he's failing, it's because she's designed for connection. Deep, emotional, relational connection. Connection is the way she breathes. She's wired to feel the us in every part of her life. And when that connection isn't felt or sensed or shared, she doesn't get angry first, she gets lonely. She often can't put this into words. She wants to feel close. She wants to feel understood. She wants moments of presence, not constant conversation or endless emotional downloads, just the sense that he's with her in heart, not only in proximity. She wants to be known in the little ways, in the way she sighs when she's overwhelmed, the way she gets quiet when she's hurt, the way her eyes soften when she feels safe, the way her heart opens when he draws near. This is not needy and this is not too much. This is how she is created. This is her beauty. Her husband rarely sees her loneliness for what it is. He sees a busy life, a full calendar, kids doing well, bills paid, a stable partnership, a peaceful home. In his mind, this is love. This is security. This is what marriage is supposed to be. He thinks more than that, but not necessarily aware of what more he's thinking. But he does think if nothing's wrong, everything must be right. But women don't measure marriage by what's wrong. They measure it by what's felt. Now, a man doesn't consciously track the emotional atmosphere of his relationship. I said consciously track. He does track it, but in a different way. But he doesn't do it overtly, not because he doesn't care, but because his mind is not designed to scan the relational horizon in the same way a woman's heart does. He assumes the relationship is fine unless there's a problem to solve. She assumes the relationship needs nurturing even when everything seems fine. Now, neither is wrong. Both are necessary, and that's synergy. When a woman feels alone, she often tries to close the gap in ways he doesn't recognize as bids for connection. She asks more questions. She shares more feelings. She brings up conversations he doesn't expect. She reaches for closeness in the way she knows how. But because he's not attuned to emotional signals, he may interpret her attempts as pressure, dissatisfaction, even negativity, and being unnecessarily intense. When she reaches, he retracts, not to avoid her, but to avoid what feels to him like emotional drama. And her loneliness deepens. What she really wants is simpler than he realizes. She doesn't really need him to talk more. She doesn't really need him to get emotional. She doesn't really need a deep heart-to-heart every night or constant validation. She wants his presence, his nearness, his steadiness, his attention, just for a few moments a day. She wants to know that she matters, not by what he says, but by how he turns toward her. This is not fixing her. This is connecting with her. What can he do without becoming someone he's not? Well, if her husband understands her emotional rhythm, he can reconnect with her in ways that feel natural to him and meaningful to her. Simple things: putting down his phone and turning toward her when she speaks, touching her hand as he walks by, sitting close to her for a minute before going back to what he was doing, offering a soft, "I'm here," even if he fully doesn't understand what she's feeling. These gestures are tiny to him and enormous to her. If you're a wife listening right now, I want you to hear me clearly. Your loneliness is not a sign of a bad marriage. It's not a sign that he doesn't love you. It's a sign of who you are. A woman designed for connection, softness, warmth, and shared emotional space. Your longing is not a flaw, it's a strength. It's beauty. And when you understand your own emotional rhythm, you can express your needs and wants in ways he can actually hear and respond to without shutting down. Women feel alone even in good marriages because connection is their emotional oxygen. Men don't see it because they're wired to focus on stability, not emotional atmosphere. But when both partners understand the difference in their designs, loneliness becomes an invitation, not a verdict. A doorway back to closeness, back to kindness, back to synergy, back to life. Thank you for joining me today. If you want to understand each other in ways that actually work, download my free guides, Understanding Him and Understanding Her. Because extraordinary love never happens by accident. It's the result of intentional synergy of his strength and her beauty that creates life.